desperately in love.
Could I continue?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm going to cut through some corners again. I just want to just focus on with her. Uh, well, I kind of wrap it up by saying that when we were in Washington, uh, the first time we went to Washington, I just got my job there, working there. It happened to be Holy Week. And as a kid from the coal region for Holy Week, are you Catholic by any chance?
Mm-mm.
No. Well, you make the 7 churches on Holy Thursday. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing in Washington churches. I mentioned this to her. She said, "Well, I'll go around with you." We had never been together. And to her credit, God love her, she went to this church and that church and that church. That's where I found out about St. Anne's Church. It was a big church down in Washington. It's where all the single girls went. And they had a special prayer they had. Dear St. Anne, get me a man as fast as you can.
But it was too late because you had already met the love of your
yeah.
life.
There's a lot of girls were there making Lavina.
Yeah.
I went. So we ended up, and you have to get the blessings after 7 churches. We went to 6 churches, and this was like to me exciting. And we ran out of churches. And she said, "Well, you can go to mine if you want to." I said, "I'm not sure if it's worthwhile." She said, "Well, you go and you decide." She took me to the Washington Cathedral, which is historic. And when I went there, along the top ramparts, the trumpets were blaring, and the choir downstairs, they were getting ready, and the choir was singing. It was another world. I said, "Well, it doesn't count because it's a Protestant church, but I think God won't mind, so because I get all the indulgences and everything." So that's how we wrapped it up. So to be able to express my appreciation, I impulsively and thoughtlessly reached out towards her and put my arms around her and gave her the first big kiss. And that wrapped up. I had the 7 churches on the one hand, and I have just put my arms around her and kissing her on the other hand. And I asked God to forgive me because I like doing that better than the 7 churches.